What's up, everybody? Welcome to the JESS Marshall solo podcast, Curious Jess. Hope everybody is staying warm out there in Dallas-Fort Worth today, tomorrow, and the next day. We're going to have inclement weather. It's the end of Jan. It's the beginning of Feb. This is the way it goes in Dallas. And just remember what happened back in 2021, and let's avoid that for you this year. So best things you can do in your house right now to make sure you don't have burst pipes are identify the north end of your home. Most of our cold weather comes out of the northwest. If you have a sink or a shower or a commode that are butted up to that north wall, you need to keep very close eyes on those. You got to make sure that you've got all the doors in your house open, even closet doors. Open them just a bit. Here's why. Lots of closet doors, or if you have a closet under your stairway, we call that a Texas basement here in Dallas, because nobody has basements because our soil is crazy. If you close that door and you keep it closed all the time, it does not get climate control. So the little slip under the door gets some of your warmer air under it, but you got to open those closet doors up. That's going to help keep all your walls temperature regulated, keep them heated. And then wherever you have a sink, make sure you're opening your cabinet doors and make sure you got those on drip tonight when you go to sleep.
And can you define on drip? Because it's not just little drips, right? You want that thing going.
Yeah, so what I do when I'm helping our clients out, and even at my personal home, is I make sure that it is not just a drip, drip, drip. It is a constant drip. I don't want a stream, so it kind of depends on how good or bad your sink hardware is, but I'm reeling that thing all the way on and then bringing it all the way to where it's about off, but where the water is still running. Here's why. You want water flowing through your water intake pipes, your water main. So your water's coming from the curb if you live in a neighborhood. If you live on a well or on a cistern, it's a little bit differently, but you still want to be running your water, because standing water in a pond, let's say, or a mud puddle freezes really fast. But if you think about a river, a flowing river does freeze if it gets cold enough for long enough. But that flowing water doesn't allow the temperatures to work on just a standing body of water. So you want that water moving. You obviously can't keep your toilet running all the time, but if you have a shower that's up against an outside wall of any kind, you need to run the faucet on that too. Just run the drip into the tub and make sure that it's a constant drip or a very, very small stream. Keep an eye on it, and make sure if you do have a shower that it's up against an exterior wall, I would 100% recommend that you get a space heater in that bathroom. And where the space heater is just designed just to keep that bathroom as temperate as possible. Your bathrooms are going to have HVAC supply registers into them. So what I would do, if this is for a bathroom, close the door after you've started your space heater so that heat can build up, and then put a towel across the bottom of that bathroom door, especially if it's a bathroom that you can afford not to use for the next couple of days. In your kitchen, we're going to be using the kitchens. If you feel like your kitchen is not warm enough, and if you don't have space heaters, this isn't child friendly, so make sure you take precautions there. Turn on your oven. Open the door to your oven. Your oven is a huge, badass space heater. You can heat your kitchen with your oven. Open your kitchen cabinet doors under your sink and make sure you're dripping that at night as well. And then any other bathrooms you have, if you have a shop sink out in your garage, you need to be super cognizant of the fact that that could be a problem, because most garages in southern climates like Texas are not insulated the same way as the rest of the house is. I would also make sure that all of the doors, not just closet doors, all of your bedroom doors, if you have a larger house, you have a bedroom or an office you don't use very often, maybe you shut those doors. Maybe you even turn the HVAC registers off so that you're directing that forced air into other rooms you're using. I would get all your doors open. You need your house warming itself. It's going to get cold. It's not going to be like it was in 2021. There are going to be people who have burst pipes. We do not build structures, homes, offices down in southern climates like Texas, like they do in Minnesota or in Washington State where I grew up, or in Ohio or Michigan or New York. Up north, everyone's insulating at a different level. Down here, the codes don't require it. I think they should, because insulating against cold also helps you in the summer when you're insulating against heat. If you have issues of any kind, you can always DM me at Jess from the Northwest. And you can always email me live at autographconstruction.com as well. I would be happy to help you. This is obviously very topical. Make sure that your front and back and patio doors, there is always cold air that can get in underneath those. Just take a bath towel, beach towel, roll that up, shove it right against the inside of the door. That's going to keep cold out and it's going to keep warm in. I think more than anything, it's about being aware. Set a reminder on your phone. You get home, you get busy, trying to make dinner, you get the kids, homework, all that good stuff. Make sure you leave everything on drip overnight. I think you'll be okay. But if you're not, you can get with somebody who's licensed and local anytime. And if I can't help you, I know a bunch of people who can. Reach out, Autograph Construction. Our team is on your side.
And let's make it clear, do not warm your home with a gas oven.
Yeah,
right.
Listen, let's use some common sense. That's not as dangerous as people might have you think it is, but just use common sense, y'all. Use common sense. I also wouldn't leave your oven on overnight, probably, even if it's electric. Wouldn't leave anything gas on overnight. Gas can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. If you can keep all of your plumbing ports at least warmed in the 40 to 50 degree range, you should be okay. It's not going to be that cold, even though all the weathermen are making their year right now telling us that we're in for it. So,
and that electric bill and the water bill from running your faucets is going to be nothing compared to if something goes awry.
Yeah, listen, you're going to have an insurance deductible that you're going to have to pay if you have frozen pipes. Hopefully, if you do, it's not the end of the world. I can help you with that. The other thing to remember, if you do experience a loss, and this is not your fault, especially if you took mitigating action, you ran your faucets and something still froze and burst. If you have a freeze claim, even if you don't work with my company as your restoration contractor, reach out to me. I am the foremost authority on how to process a claim from beginning to end without allowing your insurance company to delay, deny, and defend their position. This is a huge, huge problem right now. Probably going to start an entire new YouTube channel about this situation because insurance companies are not treating people fairly, and they have no problem keeping you out of your house for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. Some people we are seeing 24 months. After the Feb 2021 freeze, they are now just getting back into their homes, and they have had to involve attorneys and the whole 9 yards. I've got a proprietary method that Autograph Construction uses that's going to get you through your claim. It's going to get your property fully restored to its pre-peril condition. That's the goal here. When we work on houses, we always leave them better than we found them. So whatever your house looked like before the storm, when we're done, it actually looks better than it did before you experienced the loss. But you've got to be your own best advocate. And if you think you're going to call your agent who's the salesman for your insurance carrier, and that your agent, the salesman, is going to take your side over the product he's selling, you wrong. You real wrong. You're going to have a wake-up call, and it's going to be a slap in the face and a very expensive and frustrating one. Got to be your own best advocate. And the best people who you can talk to about what to do depending on who your carrier are the guys who work with the carriers all day long, where the rubber meets the road. Agent, salesman, claims department, service department. Would you buy a Chevy and it broke down, you go back to your salesman and complain? No, you take it to the service department. Salesman, service department, their paths don't cross, man. So if you think you're going to get what you should get in a fair manner and a fast manner from your carrier on your claim side, that is happening less and less and less. It's a huge concern. It's a passion of mine because it's not cool to have to chase down something you've already paid for. And I see insurance carriers bullying single females, minorities, senior citizens, and super young homeowners all the time. That's how I make my living when I'm not doing this content stuff. Helping people get what they already paid for from their carrier who's not treating them fairly, and their carrier knows they're not treating them fairly and they're doing it anyway, and no one seems to care. Well, I care. Everyone at Autograph Construction cares, and we're only a phone call, DM, or text message away. You can text the office anytime as well, 214-210-0202, 214-210-0202. Let us know if we can help. Our team's on your side, and quality is our signature.